to go first?
Sure. Oh, yeah.
Try to shift over a little bit. Yeah.
All right.
In a frame.
How's
there
it
we
going,
go.
brother? You doing all right?
Doing
But
well.
we are going. I am going for VG Gaming.
Oh, okay.
How about you?
So I got to be that fifth guy, either all 5 or 1.
Yeah.
Prepare for
Ooh,
battle.
what would the coffee bean saying today? I mean, I like VG's draft a lot.
This Troll PL matchup can be pretty Troll favored. Once he gets, that fast Battle Fury up,
No.
he outfarms the PL quite a bit. It's very hard for the PL to fight, especially nowadays when they don't really go Manta style anymore. You get rooted once, you're done. Yeah? Oh, sorry.
Yeah. That was my answer, by the way.
I know, that's why I told you your answer.
Okay. Just making sure you know.
I was just there to protect your integrity.
I can't be put on the spot like that. I start to feel a lot of pressure.
I know, I'm just training you for the major,
Right. Yeah, I need some training. I need some help when it comes to that. I need to have better answers. Be ready.
That's what I'm here for, man.
30 seconds to battle.
I'm not here to hurt you, but here to help you improve, That's what my job is. I'm not a co-caster, I'm here to tickle you.
You're my coach.
Yes. Coach caster.
I appreciate it. I actually don't hate LGD's draft that
No,
much.
it's decent. I've not really seen much hot gyrocopter.
I think the one thing that gets me is I get a little nervous with Ame on Troll. We've
Don't
seen
like
it a
it
few
much?
times.
Begins.
I think he plays it well. I think there's just situations that he ends up finding himself maybe not doing as much, and PYW getting chased here. Kevitzel comes in, and with the tag team, the damage, Ame will get first blood over PYW. So it's a good way to start it for LGD. This is certainly, if they were to keep this tri lane, which they're not, it would be an interesting little tri lane right there. As you can see, they could just go in, tag team, only missile, slow coming in.
Gyrocopter is definitely thought it's pretty unconvincing. But he has very good stats gain and a lot of magic damage.
Right.
Can definitely work. I've seen it work a couple of times, but at the same time I've also seen it get completely obliterated a couple of times. It's not a tanky hero. You don't really touch unless you do complex scenarios. See how he like, I'm sure this is really important. Win it, force breaker. So they're definitely taking this game very serious.
And this is one of the biggest matchups seen in the entire. I'm wondering at least why VG, they were keeping 3 up. They're just kind of fend for himself at the moment. Is that okay for the people to be by themselves? How long? Like, could it even get levels or rotate some more?
It's okay because Prophet is the strongest laner it gets. So don't get in my way. Sitting at 6, though he was for quite long, still has ball distribution as well. But yeah, still definitely good here. It can pop off, but I mean, there's a lot of things that can go wrong for him too. The Orchid on the Prophet could mess him up. The Troll, as I said, if he's too farmed, could mess him up.
Yeah, Erica's taking a lot of damage already, and now they're going to go to the snowball. Erica forced to try and doppelganger away. And that is already a lot of damage coming in. LGD with the 1K lead, they're feeling quite comfortable, and I look at Faith Beyond, like you said, potentially getting that Orchid. Something we really haven't talked about too much just yet is the Ori Nothing to Say matchup over mid, which is probably one of those skill matchups in terms of players that we'll see in this region, because I've talked about it all season, how good these mids are throughout the region, and you get an opportunity to see Nothing to Say against Ori, which is always...
And it's also 2 heroes that are super skill dependent. Like, this matchup is really just purely based on skill. Can you dodge Shadow Strike? Can you fake out enough Shadow Strikes? I mean, Void Spirit does have the edge in terms of raw stats. QOP, of course, is ranged. It's always...
Okay, lead snowball in on the DY with the tag team. Throw the ink swell on Erica. DY just getting away to the top. Survives with 80 health, but it's still a little bit of damage coming Erica's way in mastery path towards Thank.
He still has a healing salve though, so he is perfectly fine. Prophet, of course, advantage of the heroes. You can always quickly back to base, back to lane, get a free refill, which is a lot of pressure on most carry heroes. Also, this Tusk is such a good hero, this tag team, especially with a hero like Nature's Prophet, who has very good stats gains, very good attack range, as well as attack speed. Super good combination. And this does another hurt here.
Okay, ahead. This is quite the lead for them. Rocket Barrage and the homing missile coming through on a PYW. He can get this kill. Rolling slow out from Ame. And Innocence will be the one who kills off PYW. They'll be an assist there for Control as they play a little bit too aggressive towards that gyro. LGD so far so good.
2K lead in 4 minutes.
Yeah.
They are absolutely dumpstering VG right now.
Quite the advantage and really just a bit of a struggle right now. So surprised. Haven't seen them struggle so much throughout, I would say, the DPC. UI getting chased once again, tagged him with the right clicks, and it's just easy pickoffs, right?
It is. A lot of pressure coming out from LGD. The initial 3 bounty rooms they got, they really put to very good use. Snowball all 3 lanes, and it was ever so slightly ahead on those lanes. However, the QOP is doing quite well for himself, and once he's 6, there's a lot of room for rotations.
Aether Remnant with the homing missile, a lot of lockdown on Ori. Not so much in terms of damage, though, to follow that up. Is there a point where Vici start to feel a bit of a power spike? Like right now, LGD are leading the way. They want Vici to kind of hit that spike, but as I say that, again, they go onto these supports. Well, Pop, GQ getting low, Erica comes in, should be one for Vici, but the Sprout stops them from getting onto the high gun and getting this Tusk. They'll turn it around, get the kill on a DY, PYW taken out by neutral, so 2 die on Vici, and they're still looking for one more.
This is the scenario that in Gyrocopter lost. Like, no creeps, no nothing, just heroes to spam your Q on, and it dealt so much damage that fight. Now they're up 3k already, and what's the power spike? QOP 6 will have to do a lot this game. As I say that, nothing to say, dropping really low.
Dire's middle tower is under attack. Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Fills the lane, PYW coming in.
Well, that means QOP old used for no kill, and now the strong power spike is suddenly gone again.
Yeah, they've got the Snowball still looking for Warrior, at least turning him from going for that rune.
He can't blink on top of that. He gets Remnant and he's dead. He doesn't get, you know, tilted and blinks on top like a lot of other players would.
How many
times have I done that?
Just the sincerity when you looked at me and go, yeah, how many times have I done that?
Way too many, man. It's just like, you know, you get so mad. Like, gosh, that's easy. Damn it. I want that.
Your bottle just sits there on scope. Coming in from that swashbuckle, Faithion get chased, Rolling Thunder. This should be the end of Faithion on this one.
Finally on the board. VG here. Rolling in.
I am
Stroke there, level 2.
Now, hold 11 though. Astral Step coming through, nothing to say against a kill. They might even look for DY. He's popping double damage. It should be 2 dead on the side of Vici, and it will be. Erica forced to hide within the trees behind the 2-1 tower.
LGD is dismantling.
They're rolling.
VG right now. Like, they're just out-moving them throughout the entire map. They're just faster, more efficient. Really making good use of the gold lead.
That was really good from Faithion down there bottom too. He comes in, TPs, refills the bottle, and nothing to say, and that means they could sustain this push on a tier 1 tower. And with the siege creep, I think they take it.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything to really defend. QOP also pull up the 10. And they can't really get trade either. Which is, it's a pretty rough scenario for VG. Like we said, how good PL will be. Because they're so far behind.
Radiant's bottom
PL will be a
tower
non-factor.
has
We
fallen.
said how much AoE damage they actually have when the Troll
Dire's
gets
top
Spell
tower
Fury.
is under attack.
But it's actually not going Orchid. He's going Witchblade first, so prioritizing just one damage.
GQ getting chased here. With the roll coming through from PYW, that'll CP the Geomagnetic Grip onto Bolt. Nothing to say as well as GQ getting the silence onto those heroes. They finally get the kill on the GQ, but nothing to say is in deep. Inkswell onto Bolt 11, but they don't get it off as Profitable comes in and gets the kill onto this Pangolier. They take out DY and a foul, end up losing Innocence to 2 for 2 so far. PYW sitting low. Will be there to
Radiant's bottom
2 for
tower
2, I
is
would
under
say,
attack.
usually is a good trade for a team that's losing so hard. But
Generation.
it was only a 4v5. Troll still farming, and they still managed to get an even trade, which does benefit LGD quite a bit. Still sitting at 4k gold lead. And I'm not too sure about this Witchblade first. I feel like Orchid first, you pressure the PL a lot. All the heroes. Pangolier is afraid of it, QOP is afraid of it, PL is afraid of it. I just feel like rushing this Orchid is so good on this Profit hero. We'll have to see if it backfires a little bit or not. Because once this PL gets strong, you don't have any answer for him.
Yeah.
He can just run you down with Profit.
Interesting to see not the Orchid, but the Witchblade, like you said. We'll see how much time they can make for Erica. He didn't exactly have the best lane, and you could see that between him and Ame in terms of net worth. There's a 1300 net worth difference.
It is going to be a bit problematic. PL seems to be going for Yasha first with the band of Elf skin, and not for the Diffusal. Maybe he didn't quite see that Profit is going for Witchblade, but this game, they early Diffusal. You need to be able to fight and come back in this game. Because this Troll is going to snowball if you don't. He's already 1500 gold ahead. Once he finishes his build, it will only accelerate even faster.
And this is exactly what we were talking about. How can LGD win this game? It's by Troll popping off. He gets that Battle Fury, gets his second item afterwards. That could be the moment where LGD put Vici so far behind that they really don't have an answer.
Dire's
More rotation here from Void Spirit as well as Gyrocopter.
And they're going to come around.
Yeah, might be trouble here.
Erica, snowball after step,
And
out of control. Such a quick answer. PYW looking like he's next, and those are perfect shards, but
No
just
damage.
don't have the damage.
Amazing what you'll find playing your
Thunder.
They have
Hate
Clock
to get
Wave
at least,
available
and
too.
now they're going to go for
Radiant's middle
John
tower
hit up
is
into
under
the air.
attack.
Free. Patiently. Beyond still fall. They want to get another one. They got the coming to swashbuckle. Link forward. Will be playing aggressive, but just doesn't want to continue to go for nothing to say into that hero tower.
Yeah, they still got what they came for though. Stole one bounty rune and they got the kill on that
Dire's middle
Phantom.
tower is under
Who is the
attack.
big winning position for this Radiant team. While the Troll is still farming away, now about 1000 gold away from the Battle Fury.
Looks like Erica had Santi Yasha, now he's got Anticued going between a couple of items right now. And it looks like he's kind of unsure what he wants.
I'm not a big fan of Samantha first, or even Yasha first. You need this Diffuser play to exert some pressure. You have this Yasha, you farm fast, sure, but this game is not about farming anymore. This game is about fighting your way back from this game. Because they're gonna run away with this game if you don't.
My path.
And it's an interesting
to
pick for
riches.
Beyond. What he wants to go for is the Glepnir. So he's going Witchblade Glepnir. Not going towards that Orchid at all. I think Glepnir is an item that's suitable for continuing to roll through this.
Lane.
Say that at bottom as well. They're putting in on multiple lanes. They'll look to get the kill. Just call down on a 2. Snowball coming in. Couldn't save the Gyrocopter, but looks over with the tech. As well as the Water Punch on a 2IW. The Sun's on a Jinkyu. It will TP out this Pangolier to get the kill and trade for support.
Yep. Right. Slightly benefit the LGD still again because it was +5 for +4. The problem is really they're not pressuring this Troll at all, who's just over 2000 damage in the hand already.
Radiant's
Or even
middle tower
completing
is under
this
attack.
acceleration item. It's gonna be really scary. DL, Yasha
Dire's top
completed,
tower is
but
under attack.
Troll Battlefield completed.
Dire's
Like it's just like
structures
night and day.
are fortified.
You're accelerating your form with back for Yasha, not so much.
Power.
Quick kill there on 11. Again, double damage, done nothing to say.
It's such a good rune on Void Spirit. Like every astral step is 400 damage, it's brutal. Perfect rune pick up for him as well. Keep the ancient stack as well for Troll.
Oh, mid. Shockwave comes in.
Dire's top
Yeah.
tower
Trying to
is
pick
under
me up.
attack.
Gonna run one more shot for POW there to keep on keeping on, but they're going to have to finish going in deep for the Pangolier. They will find the trade so far. POW just getting away, and damage still doing so much work here for this Void Spirit as well as OGD.
Dire's top tower.
If PL, however, gets a top tower, which is pretty good for them. They lost their QOP again. Who is rushing an Orchid?
Radiant's middle tower
delays the
is
Orchid
under
by so
attack.
much, and the later the Orchid comes, the worse it is for you, of course. Already Yule's completed on Void Spirit, so he doesn't even care about that Orchid.
Yeah.
Dire's top
You've got
tower
so much
is under attack.
movement here. You can just
Radiant's
Yule's
middle tower
Astro Step
is under
away,
attack.
or dissimulate Astro Step, and you're gone. Not really too much. The roll comes in and hits innocent because nothing to say for the points. They've got the call down on a couple of heroes. Second one comes in, and PYW ends up falling. That was a big call down onto 3 heroes.
Radiant's
Left a
bottom
little bit
tower
alone
is
in
under
here.
attack.
Manages to roll out.
Like he wants to join the fight, but all he's got is a Yasha.
Yeah, as I said, this Yasha does nothing on a PL to fight. Like, he could have had a Fusel by now and be in a very good position to fight. Look at Yasha. If he completes his Manta Style, it will be not really a lot of benefit for the Radiant side for a long time. It's a very farm-oriented build. It's a very passive item build.
Yeah. And you're going to start feeling pressure from LGD. The more and more they get ahead, Faith Beyond, he can help push anywhere on the map. If they want to just get tower, they can move around quite well. Like, if they start taking mid-tier 1, and they start taking out the map and squeezing it down, how is PL even going to get that farm to get the Manta in a second?
It's going to be very hard. That's why we'll have to see if this Manta Style first pays off or not. Itemizing 8 costs on the Prophet.
Radiant are scanning.
Pop is going to be in even more trouble. They already have the Yules for setup. It's going to be a very tough game for Ori from here on out. Go.
Yeah, they got scanned out, so soon PG, they're moving away from smoke play from them.
Troll. Yasha completed. Went to the BK next. Lost the item build. Once he gets his BKB, there's nothing that can touch him on the Radiant side. And then probably when they're looking to go for Roach. Power. Getting at 400 health.
Radiant's
LGD.
middle tower is under attack. Radiant structures
is the
are
right
fortified.
first component here on the left here, right? You know,
Yeah, I mean, it's the more... You can't really call it more offensive, but more catchy. Like, they don't have too much catch, so this angle makes a lot of sense. If you ever catch this QOP with an ATOS, snowball follow-up into Walrus Punch, he's dead. The same thing with Void Spirit. You Yules him, Remnant him, tag team around him, and he's dead as well. QOP is not very survivable at this point. Sitting at 1100 health is nothing.
Yeah, that's really nothing. Way higher than that again. Rolling in, looks for nothing to see. They got the 2-5 out of Griffin Stage, top of the Wave up into the air. Call down by Innocent. Sonic Wave comes in, nothing to say, ends up dying. They don't get the snowball around of this Void Trip, but just get a train on Amori. They've got Shards with the hot buckle away to keep LGD at bay.
Yeah, and there should be a mid tower as well for LGD. But what's a good idea from BG is just they're so far ahead that these plays don't work out quite as easily anymore. Like, they get the mid trades.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Exactly. Like, there's...
Going.
He's gonna get it, but the timing... Like, it doesn't even matter.
It's gonna be a super hard fight. There's no ult at all available with Radiant. And they might just try and steal it. There's already more. Oh no, he did roll in all the way. Let it play.
Now they've got the 8% mix. Oh, the Rot Bait sold 11 is he ends up dead. This is OGD. Probably looking the best they have so far.
Yeah, the problem for VG is they always trade one hero for one hero, but at the same time they're getting out-farmed. They're not getting any map control. And yeah, we can see it into the network as well. 8K now. What they are now waiting for is just control BKB, and then they're going to take all outer towers and really just constrain them in their own part of the map. And they have to find a way to break out. Yeah, PL went Phantom. He has no fightability at all. No. He just can't deal any damage. His items don't allow him to.
And you can tell the difference, right?
Got it.
He's got 8,500 net worth. He got a Yasha first. He got a Battle Fury on his Troll. He's at 12k net worth, and he feels way more active and way more available for LGD.
Yeah, just because of the heroes, really. Like in a more even game, I could see getting away with it man first, but because you're so far behind early, that you really just need the refusal, start fighting. But he's gonna get it soonish, another 2,000 net worth, then he'll have it, but it might be too late at the point. All pushing the bottom all the way. Probably just gonna assemble with his teammates shortly.
I want to see if that for sure ends up being a defusal.
It has to be. Like, no defusal means you can't ever fight this game.
Double damage.
Mid lane, Gyrocopter caught out.
Ball saves him for a second with a walrus punch. They've got the soul bot. Roll coming in from old 11. They get the kill on that emphasis for trade QIW. It's another double damage on nothing to say about him because through as well as the Sprout, they should be able to get a kill there on the old 11. Eventually they will. Sonic Wave gets committed, but it doesn't turn into anything more than just damage done.
No, it had to be committed and to push the troll away from the support. He was running in on his swim stroke. But again, if the Sonic Wave extended, no kill.
Yeah.
We have seen it, I think, for the third time this game. It's like more of a defensive Sonic Wave. And now this stands nothing. They're at the bottom tower. Data, now they stand for one of heroes there.
Geomagnet. Walrus punch comes in, it sounds gonna wear off on Ame. He's gonna start to be able to turn this around. Magnetize, Phantom's Embrace, that's out on the GQ. Avoids that stroke of fate. Michi make massive rotations. LGD, they want to go in on this. They want to play this aggressively. Michi, they rotate in, and well, they're already looking to back away from this tower in a way that feels like the rotation is worth.
Yeah, that troll also finishes BKB now. There's no way to contain him. If he activates the BKB of the game, you need to fight him. You cannot fight him. No matter who you have there. Still, move away from the Fusel Blade. That could be one of their timings. However, they are quite strong already on Dire. They have ways to deal with him now.
I don't think just that defusal is enough.
He will need a heart as well. But with this diffuser, you gotta try to put something happen. You can't just let the game get out of hand anymore.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
So let's up and starts pushing down that tower. I'm very split from his team here. There's no
Going
troll.
into the rolling thunder, the soul button on both supports here on the side of LGD. The damage coming in a face behind me. So much. QRW, the slot truck who comes in, they'll get the finish on the D130. Jing, QIW can roll a hit on Nature's Prophet, but it landed similarly, and the home missile coming through. Ori might be able to here comes Erica, turning it around, and going up to God. They look over here and see QW still getting involved with just a sliver of health, and Erica gets two. He'll take out Innocence. They've got the silence on the Void Spirit,
Radiant's top tower
and they should
is
be able
under
to finish
attack.
him off. Rules, does he have it? No, Sonic Wave is in from Ori, and that is 4 heroes gone on LGD. The second the troll is away. Well, VG are here to play.
It is super well
Amazing
played by
what you
VG.
find
Quite a big
playing
mistake by LGD there to just fight without their strong hero. They knew that he'd TP top.
Precious
They still
bounty.
chose to commit for that
I'll
fight
scan
and
it.
get heavily punished. They kill one support, lose 4 heroes. That is exactly what this PL needs to do. He comes in late and destroys them from the back. Like, it's so easy. Like, you can see how much damage he deals.
Silence, long time, Soulbond comes in. And you see that Faithion's doing a lot of damage. He feels pretty confident in the position he's in. But Erica just comes in and cleans it off. Look at where he's at. Goes after Innocence for a second, takes out the home missile that was going after Ori. Faithion tries to TP out. There's no chance he can do that. The fact that PYW's got the confidence to stay in and continue to make plays is why I think he's been one of the best supports in the DPC this region.
PYW is... He's just super good. Like this, yeah, about him. Again, Troll needs to start to convert his net worth into damage, you know?
Yeah.
Like, he talked to far more, while the team kind of got punished for it. Sure, you can say that the team shouldn't have stayed there as well, but... They just need to play on the Troll, really.
If the team's going to stay there and you're not going to be there, that's communication, all right?
It has to be, yeah. I was like, it was very unnecessary.
That was a...
But at least we have a game on our hands now. Ish.
Well, yeah, I mean, it definitely feels like Erica can make a move to be involved now.
Yeah, but the Fuse Blade, you can just see how much of a power spike it is on this Phantom hero. It just increases the damage by like 200% probably. Triple PL item. He's going Butterfly hard. Probably gonna go hard first and then into butterfly. And Troll is just going for Mjolnir as well. It's going full yellow counter as well as Mjolnir.
So got that Gleipnir. That is enough if you're an LGD 10, but you know, like Erica's slowly making his way back into this one. Gleipnir is finished.
He will need a KB. It just profits well.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Art on PL is just so good, like this permanent health regen throughout the entire fight is so valuable. We have seen countless PLs become
scanning.
unstoppable after the hard pickup. This game though, they do have a lot of damage. Hard shouldn't be as impactful as it has been. Again. VG is very good at avoiding it. They're outplaying them, pushing out the lane, making sure that they get more harm. It was a 10k, 11k gold.
Shards from GQ right on the money.
Oh, they got it.
They'll find TY, which will at least be one for LGD, but like you said, very well done by VG to avoid this rotation.
Cut all the waves already, so there's no pressure coming on him. Instead, the top tower is getting pressured. Maybe they will force an ill-advised TP again. Because it's really what you have to do when you're behind. Force the enemy to make rotations that they don't want to do.
Radiant's middle tower is
He
under
has a blink
attack.
dagger.
Near
Blink.
Ball coming in at 11, trying to run, but not looking likely. Still there for LGD.
Power of Gleipnir. Good item this game.
Feels really strong. I wonder what Prophet could he even still just go for the Orchid?
Nah, it's way too late for that. I would much rather see him go BKB and stand his ground, and he just keep BKB up as well. Once they have the 3 BKBs on their cores, Void is on the 2 they don't have any damage other than that goes through BKB. And Flint's most of his damage from the Fuser Blade, BKB ignores that. But of course, once PL gets 1 or 2 more items, but every PL can right.
Rolling QIW, but definitely go on it. Battle transfer became caught by Ame going the other way. Sonic Wave hitting. They've got a ton of PP on, so they end up picking a trade. So try to take UI's life. You might lose it for dead. Soulfine.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Get away. Nothing to say though. You can see he's ready to
Dire's
jump
bottom
once this
tower
home
is
missile
under
hits.
attack.
He'll throw it. He goes right in. Gets the pick.
They thought it was just the easy little pick off. However, the Prophet did still pay for 2 supports, so it's a somewhat even trade. Hard up on people now.
She's starting to pull back. I know his network went 10k to 7k back to 9k, but it still feels like each year
Dire's
finding an
middle tower
opportunity
is
to
under attack.
try and use comeback.
The longer the game goes, the less net worth it. So the 10k from 11 minutes ago is much more impactful than the 10k at this point. There's definitely a lot of ways to fight it. Also, swap peak finished. They already picked up, so it's a lot more survivable. Shiva's got next. It's gonna be an interesting game. LG have made a couple of sloppy mistakes, which allowed VG to capitalize on. They're not back in the game just yet, but they're in a much better position.
Yeah, they're getting there, and it doesn't feel like LGD have put everything together just yet.
Yeah, and now Roshan is up. It's going to be the next kind of test. As they were teach all the youngsters some fancy English words as well.
You were teaching me about English earlier today.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Didn't go too well, but
Right.
Radiant
wrong.
are scanning.
it's okay. Don't worry. Happens to everybody. I'm a man of many talents.
Yup.
I'm surprised they went to that. They were all still smoked. Nothing to say. It's like, yeah, you must be real. Yeah, an X-Well on you. It was a cute play though by Ray. Roshan up with Roshan. It's gonna fall really fast. They have a second.
This is really cool doing the Sonic Wave from the beginning on Ame, pushing him away from the shorts right on the arrow. actually doesn't fit in on the other side of the chart. They hit that shard as well as the wall is trying to target those off. They're going to get away from the wall. Come out to get the kill on Ame. They'll take out Jinkyu. And this is 3 kills gone on the side of LGD. And make it potentially a 4 lose up in here. That is
0-5. Okay, they bought back on the Grimstone, so not 4-0. How did they crush that fight so hard? There was a big misusage of BKB from the troll. It didn't even use ult off either. Permanently locked down after BKB by the Pango. Super. Just well, VG. They kited them. We can see it here again. Fight out with Gyrocopter just getting obliterated. A lot of damage coming out on VG's side as well. But they just have no more BKB to fight with on the Dire's. And after the BKB, Troll just really feels very weak. He used BKB too early, prematurely. Once BKB ran out, he just died to the Pangolier roll.
Yeah, Warlord did so much in that fight with Rolling Thunder. Just basically controlling this troll once that BKB was over, and that was such an early BKB usage.
Dire's middle tower
Right away.
Used right away, gets pushed back via Sonic Wave, so he's not doing anything with a big chunk of that timing on BKB.
Yep. We have seen it at the Dire also, when they initiated on the Nature's Prophet, he instantly popped Battlefiend's BKB to kill his port. He needs to be very cautious how he uses BKB. It's his only defensive tool right now.
Once I'm the owner, he'll need something to really rely on defensively.
Dire's top tower
Mjolnir is not that
attack.
item to rely on defensively. Neither is Manta really. Manta seems kind of... Yeah, I would have much rather liked to see change it. Status assist is so important for the troll. I will see whether cost them even more.
Potentially, yeah.
Now it's scary time that Pia already does now H picked up as well. All he needs now is 1 damage item, which apparently is going to be the butterfly, and going to dish out so much damage. His Prophet can't play Dota anymore once he has this butterfly. Family roll
again, and that will come through the lane. Although
just TP out probably. Or
Dire's bottom tower.
they caught him.
Bounty.
Read the TP.
Yeah,
He could have
seriously.
he could have just TP'd right away in the roll, but he didn't want to.
A little greedy from Old 11, and he gets punished because of it.
Yeah, he gets punished. At least a lot of space. Entire side is on their own half. They won't really get any objective.
Power here, though.
It is.
Throw in the general direction he blinked in, and you caught him.
But at the same time, we see this Prophet is not as strong as he used to be. Or rather, as we see with the other item build. When you go this all-kit Mjolnir. Because he went for this more utility kind of route. Most damage at this point is coming from slow. That's why he has to be very, very careful with how he uses me.
Radiant's
BKB,
bottom tower
can get
is under
disarmed,
attack.
can get stunned, can get dueled.
Radiant structures are fortified.
He did now 5.
Radiant's bottom tower is under
Trying to
attack.
focus on tier 2 a couple times, and LG just haven't been able to secure it just yet.
30 rolled away from him. Gonna be a big picket for him. Copter, the danger is delayed.
Always up to level 20 soon.
Yeah, it will give him strong spells. This couple of stance could be nice to strong the spell. So, initiation.
Yeah, they're looking to see if it's fine. Here, pop the BKB. He pops by Ame going in for QIW for a moment. He's actually not sure who he wants to go for. Magnetized Sonic Wave coming in. Sonic Wave is going to be in the deck. They get the other two on the fifth of heroes on the side of each. He's going to try and turn this one around. And this is a really good fight. Gameplay goes up at 8. From the biggest here and in a lot of trouble out of mana now. And so down it will. Drops it as well. To try and fight as much as he's for.
Unstoppable at this point.
Falls down to another target, finding himself big beyond is real right now. Arrogant so much damage. Big beyond is gone.
It's one time around.
Zay trying to TP, and this is go down by Swing to say the only one successful in TPing out.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's bottom tower has fallen. Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's structures are fortified.
Troll getting level 25. From that fight, he gets 25.
Yeah.
And he's now
Dire's
surpassed
bottom tower
inexperience.
is under
He'll
attack.
soon get ahead in net worth.
And he's now picked up as well. And again, this early BKB by Ame. Did a super early BKB once more. BKB runs out. Pangolier on top of him. He's done.
And this is what before.
Because you can't go for anything anymore. He gets disarmed, he gets mana burn, starts PLs on top of you.
The handsome rogue.
And his BKB is running low and low on duration. Now down to 7 seconds. Whew. I mean, at this point,
Dire's
PL
middle tower is under attack.
he is the god of this game.
Yeah. Take a look at the replay and we'll show you. They find Ori and the BKBs get popped. And look at this. Ame BKB thinks about going
Dire's middle
PYW.
tower
Turns
is under
towards
attack.
Ori. Now back to PYW. He hasn't done any damage so far with the BKB direction.
Yeah, and he's just getting him wonderfully. Once his BKB is down, we see the PL just goes on top of him. Pangolier helps out. A couple of disarms, couple of stuns. And it's just so easy for PL to kill this troll post BKB.
Yeah.
He has no survivability items other than BKB. No mechanic, no change Josh can help him with the stun durations or anything. Yeah. He went way too all in into that PL kind of on a deal with you, kill you ASAP
Dire's
kind of
top tower
mindset.
is under
But now he's
attack.
stuck with the Mjolnir. Now he's stuck with the Battlefield Mjolnir. Too much.
And just the fact that he was able to get
Dire's top
not
tower
just
has
Ame,
fallen.
but turns it into also getting Faith Beyond, turns it into also getting Innocence. Like that was crazy.
Once Troll is dead, it's open field for PL. He can just pick who he wants
Radiant's
to kill,
bottom
and
tower
he will just
is
kill
under
free.
attack.
They can't fight back. PL is only scared of Troll. Troll is gone. You don't care.
Scared of Troll.
He was literally
Radiant's
just healing
bottom
up. Did you see that
tower is under
fight?
attack.
Troll was dead. He was just healing up while getting
Radiant's
hit. It's
bottom
ridiculous.
tower has fallen. Are scanning.
And now what was once a 10k lead,
2K lead.
realistically, just even.
Realistically, I think VG's ahead by quite a bit at this point. Like, this PL just seems nigh unstoppable.
For my coffers.
Look up on LGD. Roche potentially up in a minute. So this could be where LGD, if they were to win it, or really either side, get their hands on the Aegis afterward.
Yeah. Lancer going up next. There's also Troll. And the PL here. They're on top of him.
That is what they needed on LGD. And again, nothing to say with the double damage that really has been on his side.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of those. PL has buyback though. But you can see, if they get on top of him, that the Troll destroys him. But he needs to make it happen during the speed. And I want to see a bash on the Troll as well. If he has a Scar, he's not going to do much for you. You need a reliable way for yourself to lock people down in your head.
Yeah.
You get an Abyssal Blade, you jump on him, then you use PK Battle Trance and you can actually kill him. Skadi won't do that.
Were we seeing Trolls at one point going into the Swift Blink, or was that like...
Yeah, I mean, it's still
ultra
very
late game
good.
item?
It's still very, very good. But
Radiant's
still,
middle
you need a
tower
bash
is under
control at some point in this game. Because you can't hope that your teammates can always lock it down for you. And now, tables have turned again. Now, Troll's king of the game until PL's out there. He is going into a silver edge on PL. I don't
Dire's
like that
top
at all,
tower
actually.
is under attack.
There's nothing really to break. Doesn't make much sense. Much rather, again, I think you just go Abyssal Blade. Item is meta for a reason, but very, very strong.
And I would say Vici get lucky here with duration. It's going to take for Roche to respawn another 2 minutes.
Yep. Will be the next. Again, this time with either a Refresher Shot or an Aghanim Scepter. Quite a lot of good Aghanim Scepter targets this game. It would be perfect for the Troll, really. And the spell, disarm all the time, the Diffusal slows, the Shadow Strikes, there's lots of things you can dispel.
Timeless Relic, Spell Prism, some big name tier 4s coming out.
Yeah.
Spell Prism for the Void Spirit's gonna feel quite nice. This is a Tusk that's level 20. Maybe we see the level 25.
Spell Prism was actually picked up by Radiant, I believe. Or was it by Dire?
It was Dire
picked up
going
Spell
to Void
Prism.
Spirit.
And Radiant picked up the time as well.
Yep.
Radiant's curse.
Which is also an amazing box.
They're gonna come over and they will get a quick hit on the QOP. The Warlord's Punch and a little bit more damage.
He has Vivek though, but no Grim's ult this time. Already. Ocean up in 50 seconds.
Unseen.
Again, this long respawn timer coming handy for BG.
Yeah. This is gonna be the point of contention.
Yeah, but it has to be. The Aegis cheese plus one additional item is just too important at the point of the game. We can see both carries. Once PL is dead, Aya just wins. Once Troll is dead, Aegis just wins, so the carry really needs an 8.
Radiant's courier has been killed.
Interesting. Roll. Faked, okay. Debated me as well. I hate when they cancel so late, you know? It's just coming through.
As long as you can get the timing right and you don't let it go off.
Yeah, that would be pretty embarrassing.
Faith Beyond taking an outpost, but 50 seconds to get it back.
But if they commit a lot of resources there, they could just try to sneak a really fast Roche. Maybe that's the plan here. Prophet, out of position, he has been caught.
Yeah, he didn't TP away. He's got the BKB.
They're going into Roche
That
now.
Sprout, yeah, exactly what they wanted. It's going to take some time. They're trying to kill Faith Beyond, and now they've got
Outplay. What outfit is getting a free Roche now?
PR giving up this fight for the greater good. They're coming in and getting this Aegis.
You have been debated. And they actually just didn't just bite it, you know, they like swallowed the whole thing. They're like, yeah, I'm gonna all go on you.
Radiant's
use your
bottom tower
Why
is
did
under
you
attack.
tell the BKB, I wonder. Oh yeah, they're doing Roche. He could easily miss every one too. Just big BTP, but he was able to make a case for the Roche. We spoke about this.
Yeah.
And this is a really big advantage now. For my team.
For my
Leveler now also takes control. Woo!
He's got the leveler. He's also putting onto the Elven Tunic, going into the Axe, because that last Roche was Refresher Shard. You know, this is being, I would say, good play for LGD to not just tilt out.
For sure, for sure. He made a lot of very mistakes. Now they're back in the private team. Got the composure. They're playing good note. But they need to do something with this Aegis. Like, don't just sit back. I'm with try to measure the base at least a little bit.
Yeah, for sure. So,
Flap and 10.
I wonder if they wait for the Prophet, maybe they wait for this Axe.
Pangolier. Knife now as well. Almost a pistol play completed on him. It's gonna be too thick up as well. I'm still not sure if the PL is going with Silver Edge. It's not a great item.
Yeah, interesting, since...
It might save him once or twice, because, of course, having reveal in every fight is not easy. They do have a gem on a gyrocopter, though. But yeah, overall, a couple more better outfits, I feel like.
Does he go for it because he knows Old 11 is going for an Abyssal himself? But multiple Abyssals feel fine.
They do feel fine, yeah. It's not too radiant. Like, even an MKB against this troll could be really good. They can just hit through the blinding axes. We'll see.
Yeah,
Maybe he gets a good pick-off with it. But the thing is, even with that item, you can't really get a pick-off. This will blade. It's a bit risky.
So he might risk it.
He will need another 600 gold and for the blessing recipe.
Yeah, I guess you probably want to wait for that, right?
Yeah.
Because there's nothing here you
You have no slot.
are replacing unless you...
It's your boots, I mean, which you already did. But then
Replace
after
the-
ages, you do
I
need boots.
restore.
Otherwise, as a troll, you're too slow. You're just running uphill blind.
Yeah, going in and comes through, they're going to have the Phantoms in place, and both the Gyrocopter as well as Ame. When it comes in from the 11, almost the Sonic Wave plus 2 with the BKB in the battle, trying to beat Papa Ame. Now looking for a little beat of Beyond, standing his ground with his BKB. They got the kill destroy through, but into the buyback all the way down. Beyond gets the kill from the high ground, and now they're going to talk about Ame. They X him up, they silence him as well. He can't do anything as a pig that's silenced, and he can lose that Aegis. Looking for an opportunity shot left here, and now they've got the BKB once again. Basically gets used on Jinku. Ame having a little bit of trouble trying to get out of this. Goes to the battle transfer. The game goes over. Erica who will use that doppelganger. Nobody here with him, and he's getting tight left and center. But once again, they get the second kill on Ame. Take Mount 500 seconds. Didn't buy out at Axe. He's got buyback available, which is going to be very important as VP move forward. Try to take a tier 2 and potentially go to the high ground.
Probably sounds like a broken record at this point, but again, he runs up, passes, BKB hold both together, he just hits PL illusions. Like, unless you can really stick on the target, you're not allowed to ult this game. Because PL illusions have been his bane for like the last 5 fights. Yeah. Every time he keeps sticking on PL illusions, he can't stick on a single hero. And it's so difficult for him to do any damage. I think last fight, even though it looked really scary, he dealt like 1,000 damage in total. But it was a
Dire's middle tower is under
which of course not his fault.
Dire's structures are fortified.
You gotta be careful how you use it. Prophet cut midway at least, so there's gonna be back to protection. Setting in right now. Well done by the Prophet. That means no buybacks will need to be expended.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
It's just like the way these last team fights all look, like you wouldn't even expect LGD to be ahead, you know? Yeah. Like it's just so one-sided, these fights.
Ichi just has the control. PL.
Although they did have to buy because Pangolier Spirit, there was Aegis, Cheese, Pressure Shot fight.
And it wasn't enough.
It was not enough at all.
Now instead of that Ags, they're gonna go to the Swift Blink on Troll, which I think is kind of being built under the
He needs the Swift Blink either way to get himself into a better position. But again, like this lack of bash is really evident. He cannot stick on targets. Just hide him so hard. I'm really curious as to why he's not using or trying to hide a basher.
No, have to have. What was the mindset?
Nature's Prophet, now Hex completed.
Yeah, he needs that desperately, because that was big in shutting down Ame. Like, they could use that the same way.
The problem is just it's a lot easier to kite Troll than it is to kite a PL.
Even kiting just the QOP is going to be difficult now that he's got that full 25 spell block.
Yeah, and now it's looking up. His QOP is getting so. Even Pangolier is pretty damn well. And he's also going so hard. Not more.
Maybe that 25 for Void Spirit ends up being a big one.
You just figure out how to play the game. If you don't die, you don't lose. They're all going hard.
Can't die, can't die.
Good mindset.
Really like to see them up in a speed 5. I think that Dissimulate stuff might be mastered in these fights.
The Earth Spirit has no buyback if he dies here.
Yeah, he's caught, he's silenced, and will pop the BKB. I don't want him to roll that pop.
But BKB again.
With the Void Spirit as well. Sonic Wave on it. Control.
Snowball!
Kill the soul. See if he gets the battle chains off the road, but it comes in again. Any help back with it. Little buyback on Moonstone. Ame eventually will fall. He's gone for another 99 seconds. Also lets T drop. So does W's got 2 heroes without buyback. Not getting the kill on a Jinku, who will extend his life with the snowball. And now they've up back on the Troll. There's a win condition here for Vici. There's the kill off Ame once again. Nothing to see though. Using Infinity Air. Erica trying to go in with this. They've got Sweat here on here. This might be They find the kill on a base beyond as well as Jinku. The Aether Remnant lands, and Erica's still able to run away.
He's just healing.
From Ame. damage. They will take him out, but he has buyback, and that's the difference now between him and Ame.
However, Earth Spirit as well as Pangolier do not have buyback. They can force something here. PL by Spirit, they catch him one more time, they do have the damage to bring him down. Game is suddenly over.
Yeah.
So they need to force the issue right now. They cannot let this PL get away without having to use buyback. They're in really a lot of trouble. They just have Ame's number, man. Every fight is getting kited to oblivion. He just deals no damage, even though he has so much at his disposal. He did train this so well.
Yeah.
I'm actually surprised they managed to kill the PL at the end there. It was very close.
Hex. From a distance, coming in from the Queen of Bane.
They know they have no plan.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Let's see.
Radiant's middle
They're
tower
just
is
satisfied
under
with getting
attack.
two sides. Probably are. Because then you can wait for your own buyback cooldown. I'm actually very scared. The only two heroes alive.
Radiant's
I think you
middle
need to commit for some
tower
Rex
has
here.
Buyback, try to do something here to
And get
Radiant's
bottom as
middle
well.
barracks are under
make
attack.
Erica use that buyback. Otherwise, I haven't
Radiant's
seen
middle
him with the
barracks
Rex going
is
down to feel that advantage.
Getting spammed down quite low.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant's
Stay.
bottom tower has fallen.
Trying to make sure that Vici are forced to skip a little further back. Ame, you can see how clear he is. And now nothing to say. He gets silenced. He with the Enclave will get the kill. He's got buyback, but that is one you don't want to give up.
Ooh, just exit out. Nick of time. There's two barracks down. White Spirit has buyback still. So if you can somehow weather the storm until Troll has his buyback again. Roshan is up in 20 seconds, so that might not be an option. This next Roshan is gonna have everything.
Ooh, E-Blue.
Treasure, Axe, Aegis, Cheese. eBay picked it up just to help people against the Troll. They just want to kite him.
Then Axe being built for Grimstroke.
Potentially, they might even give the Axe to the Grimstroke if they get the Roach.
Got a silence out. Innocence running. Rolling Thunder coming in from
Running
over
fast.
11. And I think this Rolling Thunder is pretty crucial to taking this road. He's sure running the way back and get a buyback immediately with the rollout from QIW. Those over the weapons rolls up and trying to get away from the side of PT.
I'm gonna use BKB Battle Plans again already. Now he has nothing at his disposal.
Very fightable.
That could be a free Roach now, because he has no BKB and no Battle Plans.
They know it. They've got double damage on Ori, and I think this is just Roach for them.
They cannot fight this. Like, Ame is very trigger happy.
For my coffee.
And that is Refresher, Aegis, Cheese.
Roshan
Again.
has fallen to the Radiant.
Who took up the Aghanim's? Grimstroke did.
Yeah.
Now,
Wow.
that's gonna be a very painful Troll illusion.
Clean up the entire team.
Troll has a damage. Now, it's even condition for the European team.
Radiant's
Aegis picked up
bottom
on
barracks are under attack.
So, although you don't have that buyback, you have 2 lives to work with. And I think if you're LGD, you just kind of wanna wait out that Aegis,
are
wait for your
scanning.
Troll to buyback.
If you can.
Even Prophet is now just going for Aghanim to split push. It makes a lot of sense. He went for the cooldown reduction talent as well, so his ult now has 48 seconds cooldown, and it's just gonna push the entire map.
Tusk goes level 25, 12% chance to Walrus Punch.
And he's doing
And
moonshot.
he's going Moonshard. Yeah, he's going full Mike Tyson.
There's a potential to never drop off the floor again. I've seen it happen. They stay in the air.
Yep.
And it's a lot of damage. How much is the crit damage? 430%, I believe.
Having that knockout power.
Yeah, 430% crit. Here with the tech team, he's gonna crit for a good 1400. So he can take out the support by himself.
Illusion.
But will he ever get to the moonshot? Doubt it. I was still thinking.
Nice.
You never know.
Already got enough for one.
Yeah, but he will also have to buyback.
That is true.
So VG is now just trying to push out lanes, but his Nature's Prophet doing a very good job at pushing out these mates. The big trees pushing in top, the small trees pushing in bottom.
This could be
everywhere.
something that extends the game to tier 5 region.
Tier 5s, potentially good ones. What do we have here? The Lister, decent for Dire, not that good for
Radiant
Radiant.
are scanning.
Call Fallen Sky, most broken one. That's good on any hero. Giant Ring, potentially.
Throw that on the
Not
Tusk.
anymore.
They've actually given the Tusk the leveler. They want him attacking as fast as possible.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
That does anything on it. BG has a very hard time right now pushing out this lane. Prophet ult every time it's up. They all gave him the spell prism away from the Void Spirit, so he can ult more.
Beyond in the base. Out of base.
I need some help here with that.
Okay, that's...
So Wrath of
not my
Nature,
strong suit.
Axe, right? It says it's go from 85 to 60.
Yeah.
He has a spell prism and a 20% cooldown talent. Why does it say 49.2 seconds? That's not right at all.
So 20% off 60.
It's already 12, so it should be 48 or less. But it says 49.2. Maybe the it's just not updated properly.
Or it's bugged?
I think it's bugged. This is like pre-Agadon cooldown.
Well, let's see when he uses it, what it says.
Yeah, I think it should be about a 30 something. 33, 34. Something. Let's see it. 15 seconds. I use it.
Should be like 39. I think.
That makes more sense. Yeah. Closer to 40. See if he's gonna use it. 2, 1. That's what okay,
40 seconds. Yeah, so
39 point something.
Yeah.
It touches this bug.
Alright.
Free
So
game.
Not a lot of weight on that, would be a rather major.
Yeah, and you can see all the silence are pushed in immediately again.
Just no TP cooldown. Going all the way over the map.
3 damage. If he's going for the build.
Well, he's gonna get level 30 soon.
Is he though? Like 29 to
That's just bounty.
Oh my god, he's just being up those cliffs. He's the man.
Gotta have faith beyond camp.
So this is the big advantage of why I said they needed to take those 2 eggs. Now with the Nature's Prophet, it's just so hard to commit to any lane. Because if you commit to bot lane, it's just bottom middle spot. Right. You can still cut bottom wave. It is very difficult now to get this into. Even though they're having an 11k gold lead, they can't make use of it at all. Roll, buyback available. Ajax running out very shortly.
Void Spirit's buyback is available in 2 minutes, and you've got 2 minutes for Queen of Pain as well. So I think both teams might wait for that, but at that point, maybe they even wait for tier 5.
Possible.
Although when you wait for tier 5s and you have an advantage, like that's something you don't want to do, right? Because if you have a tier 5 chaos into the game where the network just doesn't matter.
The thing is, if you can get tier 5s, keep enemy base so they can, that's a huge advantage.
Yeah.
However, this Prophet is probably just going to TP to the enemy triangle, get it from there, slow,
Ship them back.
yeah, they're
Dyer's
both going to
top
have
tower
access to
is
them.
under
And
attack.
they're smoking up on Dire here. I think that Aegis ran out as well. All the important buybacks.
Even get to a 5th Roche.
Drop anything. After the 4th one.
Aegis level 2.
Cheese, double. 5,000.
Permanent regen.
Vanished,
Permanent.
but not gone.
It's a lot of HP.
It is.
That must be an ancient... something that aged. Nice.
Let's not talk more about.
Dyer's top tower is under attack.
I'm old.
Yeah, in case you guys didn't know, B-Cup is actually older than me.
So how does that make me even old?
Pretty young though.
Blessed, you know?
Now they're trying
Dyer's top tower is
starting
under
top tower
attack.
here. At this point, late game Dota, there's so much damage on both teams. It depends. One hex in the kill him, one hex in the frog to kill him. It becomes which is why we hate and love the game Dota.
I love it.
Well, I hate playing it.
Yeah, I will watch
Especially in tournaments. You know anything just kills you. Like this Grimstroke illusion could kill the troll.
It's crazy because LGD have been in this position so many times just this season alone. I mean, they've played Aster in a situation like this, obviously a lot more chaotic with the Divine Rapiers. But like, that's the difference between LGD being in a more secure spot in the DPC is a lot of these game threes, obviously this is a game winner, these longer games that have made their way into LGD series.
It's scary though because LGD is usually the team leading quite a bit in those games, but they struggle a bit late game just ending the game, you know. We have seen it also this game. A couple of questionable decisions. Suddenly, LGD is the one that drives it. You had all the pieces you needed.
A minute and a half to go for tier 5.
Now PL, and all that he can buy is an Scepter, another smoke up. We have seen like 4 smokes in the last minutes, just
They haven't done anything.
trying to find anyone by himself. However, Gyrocopter, possibly.
It's an interesting setup. I mean, nothing to there in an odd spot. They do have vision on 2 over 0 as a Wrath of Nature. They'll push through bottom. They're trying to push mid and push bottom. Finally have an opportunity to go into the high ground. Use that Dark Torture, but they sprout it. Okay. So
Also the range of the range of Dark Portrait is not as... But you can see the Dark Portrait dies really fast too.
well, they were able to kite it, and that wasn't in a chaotic. I think in a chaotic fight, it's certainly not as easy to put the focus on it, right?
Definitely not easy, but I think you have to. Too much damage otherwise. Gyrocopter. I don't know, like, this is where I'm like, I'd rather have this Grimstroke, you know?
Yeah. Tier 5s are going to come around the time that there is growth.
Profit will come
Now
out.
they find them facing out, and they've got the snowball to try and make the save with the BKB Popeye or go after. Rolling gets on something to stay. They use that Walrus Punch. PYW taking a lot of damage. BKB takes now the Rolling Thunder Punch is going to roll onto the just pop it. But here hits Ophelia. They get the tornado is insane. That creates the PYW, and now they will go over the way to use onto the Void Spirit. Nothing to say, no little trouble to do that. To get some distance between him and the side of BG. Oh, to the battle test as well. BKB the snowball punch in. Oh, the rest of the faster than the snowball along the way. Well, now they get the kill to put on. They end up losing more spot. That means by the air as well. But it was over. They turned it up. But he might not touch it. They'll go through. They've got the silence out onto the Pangolier. They get the 22 RW. They fall back. He's going to be there for 2 minutes. There's 5 seconds. Airfare going in. And they've got the better ones. It's all the way. That was the zeros around. He's trying to survive. The snowball comes out. Tony gets him on the head. Stop. He gets the kill up. He's got fucking dead. So he did once again. He got first. Ame falls. By the voice here to go. The final sprint is Pangolier. He's coming in. He's got the gems over the curve. So stop it. Once again, he has 4 years around on all the left. Kill there. He's a buyback. Portfolio does not want to move here. A back and forth fight with 5x around the horn. And it's still now an opportunity for
Shut up.
Roshan tier 5 before BG really have a chance.
I think what they want to do is Roshan is great at the game. They have anything over on the Earthquake over there from no back to 9. They're buying back straight away. Might as well use the cooldown. He has expanded eventually.
Under attack.
It'll be very
Invisibility.
next minute here. They might potentially be able to escape. Troll still damage. Big B, Troll off cooldown.
He's got the app. He finally picks it up. Happy Roche. Refractor.
Going for Max.
The Void Spirit. They're going to go through the
Radiant's
top lane and try and get this
top
to
I don't
Radiant's
know
top
if
tower.
for Megas, right?
They don't get it because they still have the range barrier down bottom.
They can definitely Megas can do. That's just better.
Move in and the back line is forward punch. Anybody. It was over. It's gonna be 100. It's over. When the kill will be such a big wreck of good top. But in the wall, punches out once again. The mega shoot, but I can't go over his punch. He is punching, and they will get the kill on the Mario. It will find something. Radiant's middle 10, 8 to 12 K deficit back to the victory here in game number 1. Wow. LGD. I mean, they